Right, and we are back with round number 4, and this is a keep. Pretty, if we draw any 2-drop, our curve is really good. Otherwise, we're lacking a little bit, but we have all the lands, we've got some of the cards that matter, and our lords. If we are playing against red-black, it's really important I think we have this, and finally we're playing against red-black. Not to say that, we're not happy to play against other decks, but one of the reasons I wanted to play this deck was because I felt like it had a good red-black matchup. And we've actually got the card to counter the Whirly Boy, so. Ballista for 1, huh? Let's see if they have. Alright, they have the Gits. Oh no. And that Moto metagame, so I have to actually type. Alright. So now, whoa. Looks like we're both kind of in a interesting position. I'm going to hold the Scavenging Grounds for a little bit. I think we want to hold this cast out. It means they have a lot of big spells in hand. Alright, I'm going to wait one more turn on the cycle. They're moving to discard and whatnot. Discard a Glorybringer. Alright. Play a Martyr of Dusk. Weird game so far, for sure. Oh, I didn't click OK. I was like, they have a response on my end step? I mean, I guess they could have a kill spell. Oh, there's no reason to cycle cast out just yet. If near Deadlands, just going to play it. Scavenging Ground combo with that. We almost are surely going to get unlicensed here or something. Okay, yep. That's fine though. Martyr Dusk, all-star in this kind of situation, right? I feel like they have a Chandra or something, and that's what they're trying to get to. It's going to keep drawing cards. Alright. So we now have City's Blessing, which means we attack with Vigilance, which is real. And then we're going to play a Call to the Feast. If we can flip this Legion's Landing, the game's probably over. Yep, cool. Walking Ballista for 1. Feels like they might have a Fatal Push. We are going to Fatal Push Walking Ballista. It's a fairly good card against us. It can become a problem. Alright, that's fine. If we draw a Lord or something. Queen's Commission. Alright, so let's move to combat. I feel a Fatal Push for a Magma Spray. Maybe they forgot about this, or they just have nothing. Alright. So we're going to play a Queen's Commission here. Postboard, we might not do this because of just Sweltering Suns and cards like that they could have. Alright, and we win game 1 fairly easily. They obviously were mana screwed there, and we flooded out a little bit. So weird game, but looks like our cards are lining up fairly well so far. So I think I want this card. I'm not actually sure how important it is, but we're going to get to it. I know we want Fatal Push because Heart of Kiran is very good against us. I think we want the Immortal Sun. I think they're going to trim on our Braids. And I feel like we want either Doomfalls or Arguls or something as a way to come back. I think we want this as well. So these are more for control, but they I feel like they're going to become controlling against us. Let's just look at what we want to bring out real quick. So I think our Champion of Dusks, 1 is a good cut just because of life reasons, but with our Immortal Sun post board, we should be fine. Settle, Call to the Feast, Cast Out Binding are both quite good, but we can probably trim on them a little bit. Martyr of Dusk is better post board because of the sweepers. We might actually just have too many cards. It's awkward, so I expect them to go big, but I don't want to have too many cards. Like, that's why I'm afraid to bring this in. I can just bring in Fatal Push for the hearts. But they might also... I didn't actually... There's so many different lists, so it's kind of hard to know exactly what they're going to bring in. So, like, maybe all these settles aren't as good as they would be normally. I feel like our deck is just good against them. The Immortal Sun stops their Planeswalkers, takes over the game board-wise, and makes us easily deploy all our spells. Hmm. I I assume they're gonna go smaller. Maybe it's just settle. We want these for the. It's actually kind of tough. We could trim some cards that are bad against Chain Whirler. But if I'm gonna do that, I might as well get that. Actually, we're just gonna play it like this, I think. I should have thought this through more. But I think those are the kind of cards we want. I didn't actually think that through. My sideboarding plan is what I've been thinking about. It just seemed like my deck was good against red black. I knew that game one was much more so if we drew the enchantment. This hand's kind of weak to Chain Whirler, but we've got a little bit of resiliency, and we've got an Ixalan's Binding for any sort of Karn shenanigans. So we're going to keep. Looks like our opponent is mulliganing. And they decide to put the card on top of their library. So it's a card they like. Lord is very good against the old Chain Whirler. We're going to probably play Martyr of Dusk so that if they do play Chain Whirler, we are not completely dead to it. We'll just have a Vampire left over. And we're going to get our attacks on. Funny. Game one, I would be like, all right, let's play this and get in some extra life. They also have cards like Sweltering Suns and stuff, so. They're going to attack and then play Chain Whirler main phase 2, see if we'll want to trade. I do not want to trade, so you're welcome to play a Chain Whirler. Oh, Pia Noir. Oh. Hello. So now we've got our vampires big. I'm going to attack with this. Forces a trade with the Pia. Attack with both. I'm okay with that. Interesting. So they don't have a sweeper because well, you would definitely trade if you had a sweeper because you would attack in and then sweep. There's Chain Whirler. Now we can Ixalan's Binding that if we want to, but I don't think we'll need to because we have Radiant Destiny out. Alright, so let's see here. Let's play Dusk Legion Zealot, see what we draw into. I'm going to play another Martyr of Dusk. Obviously, they have First Strike, so a little bit of a problem there. But we'll get through that. Remember, once we flip this, we're pretty good. We can trade here for free, since we'll have a body left over to still flip this. And we will have lifelink because of that too, so. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Alright, so that can't block. We're going to play our Legion's Lieutenant. Now they're incentivized to kill the Lieutenant. Does stink if they have some sort of kill spell to stop us from flipping the Adantos. Alright, they did have one to stop us, but we still have City's Blessing. We get to attack for free. So it's 0 cards to our 2 cards, and we've already played a land for turn. Yeah, we did. Okay. Getting pretty close to flipping this. We also just have binding on this, so if they choose to hold back on defense, we'll just binding it. All right, Duress off the top. Pretty good there. So we're playing an open information game. They can bring Scrappy back. They attack with Whirler. So we can throw away our Lord in order to flip Adantos, which we're probably going to do. Oh, we can play Shepherdune so we don't lose our Lord. So I think we just actually win. Shepherdunes, pop, attack with everything, they die. Pretty easy. Our opponent's trying to figure out a way to live now. The trick is to attack me and hope I misplay. Yeah, you attack with everything and hope I just don't block. Because you're just dead. Sure, attacking with Scrappy is fine. So, just to make sure, they block our biggest thing, it's 5, 8. Oh, they go to 1. Don't love that. I do like keeping our life high. I think we are going to do it, though, because we won't lose our board. I mean, it is game, right? Like, they're going to 1. We're gaining a bunch of life. It's essentially game. If we draw another Lord effect, that'd be insane. Fatal Push is pretty good when you have that. Yep, and that's that game. Let's move on to the next one.